What's good everyone, how you all doing today? Murray Minter 75 here guys. It's just going to be a quick video for me today. I wanted to quickly give my overriding reaction to the post-split fixtures in the SPL. Obviously if you're a Hibby, we've got Celtic, Rangers at home, and Kilmarnock as well, and Hearts and Aberdeen away, which I did actually say in a previous chat, which is how it really should have went. So on the one hand, I'm glad that common sense prevailed at the SPL, the SFA, sorry. And you know, to be quite honest, I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy at the fact that, you know, we've got both Old Firm clubs at home. I'm quite looking forward to the match against Kilmarnock as well. As anybody knows, I've been talking quite a lot, you know, about Steve Clarke recently and what a fantastic job I think he's doing at Rugby Park this season, it has to be said, and bearing in mind that he came into Rugby Park halfway through the season, well, not halfway through, but, you know, a good sized portion of the season. It makes next season quite interesting, because obviously, you know, that'll be him a full season in charge to really see how he can get on and see what kind of players he can bring in, because he has brought in some good players. That Yusuf Malumbu at Rugby Park, I think, is a cracking player, to be honest. And the fact that he was, you know, playing for West Brom, I think I don't know if it was the start of this season or, but he was playing for West Brom, and then I know he played for Norwich as well. So, you know, bigger clubs than Kilmarnock anyway. So the fact that, you know, he's now playing for Kilmarnock, he'll be on a no bad wage. Chris Boyd seems to have rediscovered that, just that scoring touch again. You know, I think Boydie's already came out and said in the press how much more confidence the gaffers gave him, which, you know, is fair enough. And any stretch in any profession, if somebody says to you, you know, you're doing a good job and you're good at what you're doing, you know, you're going to take that on and just basically roll with it. So the fact that Chris Boyd has obviously found his scoring touch again, and he scored against Hibs at Rugby Park and then at Easter Road recently as well, when we drew with them twice, you know. So I think that'll be a really good game of football. You know, I said in the last video, obviously we'll be playing Aberdeen away. You know, it's going to be a better performance than the last time we were there. You know, we lost 4-1 the last time we were there, and to be honest, it could have been 7 or 8-1. Hibs were that poor. So the fact that, you know, that we're still in the hunt for second spot as well is a pretty big thing. You know, 5 games to go, still with a chance and finishing second. But obviously, you know, we have to do us. You know, we have to do our own favours really, because any slip up we make, Kilmarnock will be there to hoover it back off us. So the fact that, you know, that we have to basically do what we've said, do what we do, and just look after us. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so tongue-tied, but a wee thing came down on the top of my phone there, so that's why I'm all tongue-tied there. But pretty happy with the fixtures, it has to be said. I'm actually quite happy at the fact that we're playing Rangers at home the last game of the season. I think that'll be a really cracking game of football as well. But I have to go into this as well, guys, because to be honest with you, this has really fucked me off today. To be quite honest with you, this has really fucked me off. Not so much today, but certainly when it all came out, the post-match, post-fixture list and everything like that, it was being delayed, it's being delayed. Why? Because we didn't want an Old Firm title decider. Now, didn't get me wrong, I know a lot of people have said that the last one, which I believe was at Celtic Park between Rangers and Celtic, obviously it didn't go very well, that's fair enough. Old Firm matches never ever go well in my eyes. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, I just can't work out why that we still, to this very day, we let Rangers and Celtic walk all over us. The SFA are absolutely spineless when it comes to the Old Firm. And the thing is, when you actually sit down and talk to a lot of Rangers and Celtic fans, they think everybody's against them. And we all think that it's all for them, you know, it has to be Rangers and Celtic. But if anybody who watches football, I mean genuinely watches football, and can actually turn around and say that they watch the game, not just because they're Rangers, you know, they watch the game purely because it's a good product and things like that. So the fact that they watch the game, and if you actually sit down and genuinely watch a lot of football matches, Rangers and Celtic got away with a lot more than what any other SPL team does. There's no getting away for that. And unfortunately, from my eyes anyway, the way that it seems to be for me. Like, I mean, the case in point, look at the last time Hibs played Rangers at Easter Road. We would have denied a Stonewall penalty. Granted, if you look back on the whole thing of the season, Hibs have got away with some pretty big decisions as well. Again, it had to be against Rangers when Anthony Stokes should have been sent off. So, I suppose analytically-wise, it's balanced itself out. But, I mean, what I can't understand, and I'm actually going to defend good old firm fans here, is the fact that, you know, we are still labelling fans, we're tarring all fans with the same stick. That is not the way football should be run. There are good supporters, 95% of fans, I would say, are all good. There's a wee minority that ruin it for everybody. And it's a case in point, it was a case of Liverpool, Manchester City last night and the week before, where you had fans throwing things at the team bus. You know, Manchester City, Manchester United there at the weekend there was a small number of fights breaking out during the city, but when the match was actually on, all fans were really well behaved. Do you know what I mean? So, to tar all fans with the same stick, you are actually, in my eyes, the SFA and the police are actually giving the fans the ammunition they need to basically say, well, Ken, what? Everybody thinks we're thugs. Fuck it. Let's show them that we're thugs. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't understand why I have to say, Brendan Rodgers got it spot on the other day when he turned around and said, why do we not just embrace it? It's a good advert for Scottish football. It would heighten the drama. And I completely agree with him. You know, because you would sit there and you would think, well, listen, I'm not an Old Firm fan by any stretch of the imagination. Do I watch the Old Firm game when it's on? Yes, I do. And I enjoy it. Because even though you're watching it on the small or the big screen, or whatever, you know, wherever you watch it, if you're not there, then, you know, you feel that. You feel the passion. You feel the atmosphere. You feel it. And that's just through the telly. So could you imagine what it must be like to be in the middle of that? I'm not going to lie, as big a hippie as I am, if I got the option to go to an All Firm match them on, I would bite your handle for it. Purely to sample the atmosphere. To sample the hatred. To sample the rivalry. So, the fact that we, the SFA, they absolutely shun away for it. They shun away for that rivalry. And I understand in a lot of ways that people don't want to embrace sectarianism. You're not embracing sectarianism, though. You're embracing a rivalry. You're embracing a sport. Right? You're embracing two teams who hate each other. And listen, regardless whether they're Catholic or Protestant, it doesn't matter. They are two city teams. Hibs and Hearts. I hate Hearts with a passion. When it comes to Derby Day, I hate them with an absolute passion. But would I stop to talk to a Hearts supporter in the street? Of course I would. Would I help a Hearts supporter in need? Of course I would. You know, the rivalry doesn't work like that. Can the same be said in Glasgow? In certain parts of Glasgow? Probably not. So, I mean, to me, I think the SFA have just made an absolute arse of this, to be honest. And that's my overriding thought, is the fact that they've just made a complete and utter shambles of it. In my opinion, we're becoming a really big laughing stock as well. Probably a bigger one than what a lot of people would say we already are. And to me, I just think that the SFA... people know my thoughts on the SFA. They're about 20 years in the past. So this to me is no any different. I think this whole thing that they're hiding behind the excuse, oh, it's the computer that decides. Come on. They didn't want it being a title decider with the All Firm because they didn't want trouble. Bullshit. It's absolute farce. But what annoys me in the overriding emotion is the fact that they've kept the other 10 clubs waiting. Teams like Ross County, Hamilton, Partick Thistle, Dundee, teams who are all in a bit of trouble in terms of relegation and everything like that. So, why? But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the video there. I can feel it getting a wee bit bubbling over in me now. I want to thank one of my subscribers. I want to thank Jordan Smith. He actually gave me the idea to do this video today. So thank you very much, Jordan. I do hope you like what you've seen. Guys, if you haven't done it already, please subscribe to the channel. It's MurrayMinter75. Click the bell icon beside the subscribe button. That will let you know when I upload. But that being said, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. And, you know, hopefully we'll enjoy good football when it does come along. But anyway, guys, have a good night. Thank you. Goodbye.